In the 1920s, the United States entered into an era known as Prohibition. Alcohol was outlawed. Bars were forced to operate in back alleys, underground, and exclusive secret clubs known as speakeasies. Now, just 100 years later, Battlezone Championship Wrestling has hand-selected patrons to join our exclusive speakeasy. So what do you say? Are you in? Welcome to Lights Out.
The in-ring introduction work tonight. Rice is off on assignment.
But the king holding it down.
Absolutely right.
From Smith County, Mississippi, weighing in at 205 pounds.
I don't believe it.
The Faroh Of Philth.
You know that thing when you go to weigh yourself, but it's in the bathroom and there's that towel rack?
You're holding on to the towel
You're
rack
holding
just
on
a
that
little
towel rack. Just a little bit of leverage on there.
Yep, I'm familiar with it.
It's like that thing when you're holding on to the towel rack.
There he is. I see him right there. It is a brisk January night out here in Braxton, Mississippi at the Volunteer Fire Department.
One thing that can be said about tonight is it's not too hot.
No, and we're happy for that. We'll take the cold anytime. Looks like Joey Abel's going to be staying ringside. I'm not sure that that's going to actually be a good thing.
He's over there in the corner looking like his knee's weak and palms are sweaty.
You think he's had some mom spaghetti?
Vomit on his sweater already.
Is he wearing a sweater? I thought that was just his hairy chest.
That could be.
Okay. And the bell has rung. Folks, if you've ever seen a Joey Abel and the Faroh Of Philth in action, you know there's going to be plenty of jaw jacking and plenty of rollouts. So settle in with your popcorn. This might be a little bit long.
He likes to dictate the pace of his matches and likes to keep that pace slow.
Gio showing Faroh that he's ready, willing, and able. Circle around. Faroh needs a bit of a timeout, catch his breath.
He's already walked around the ring twice. He may need a break.
Faroh's not known for his cardio.
Sadly, he can't tag out. This is a singles competition.
There's a collar and elbow, and Faroh with the side headlock. Ref Riley circling around. Faroh sit off the ropes, drop down, drop over. Nice hip toss by Gio Savage. Feeds into it again. Oh, Faroh is feeling it on the floor. Saying the hair was pulled.
Jeez. Well, there's only two of them, so.
One of them might be gone now. I'm too far away. Gio trying to show that there's no hair to pull. You might not be able to see that at home, folks.
Riley keeping a close eye, and he needs to.
Faroh battling back.
A wily veteran and will use anything that he can think of.
Yep, absolutely
gain
right.
that advantage, and there he is back with another headlock.
Gio sends off the Faroh. Another leap over the athleticism of Gio Savage, not to be missed. The Faroh deposited right back there on the floor. Another arm drag. Keeping hold of it.
Gio needs to keep that pressure on. I mean, I know he's got him in a good headlock now. Got that arm bar on.
Yep.
But I think his advantage over Faroh in this match is to keep the pace moving.
Well, with the Faroh is quick, so you got to drop out those legs as soon as possible and see if you can keep him on the ground. Ref Riley having a talk with Joey Abel, and Joey shining up the Faroh's dome.
I think they might be praying over there in the corner.
Well, that is their ability. Gio, do something here. Faroh's a little focused. Ow, hard hit to the Faroh.
Right in the beard.
Again. From way back. There, rocks him down, and Faroh to the ground.
Forearm straight to the beard, flipped him right upside down and down to the floor.
Ref Riley staying on top with the count.
Gio getting these kids fired up.
Yeah, a little chicken chant never hurt anybody. Joey can't believe his partner. And Gio's got him by the beard, bringing him back in.
There is nothing that the Battle Zone kids love more than
Gio's throat right across
Faroh
that top rope.
getting chanted at.
Gio winded for a second, and Faroh's going to take complete advantage of that. Faroh from downtown.
Wow.
Big clothesline to Gio. One count, if that.
If you add them all together, he may have almost pinned him.
Faroh trying to choke him out. Joey decides that he wants to get up on top. Perfect excuse for Faroh to just come in and keep going across the throat of Gio Savage.
Faroh taking advantage of Riley being distracted just for a moment.
2 count on Gio Savage.
That is what the Faroh is Faroh of.
I thought it was the Faroh
Devious
of
tactics.
Funk. No, that's not in his title.
Faroh of devious tactics.
I've read his business card. It says nothing about that.
Are you sure?
Hard forearm to the back of Gio Savage, sends him down to a knee.
I think I wrote it in on my card.
On yours, yes,
yeah,
you did.
My
I
copy
saw
of
that.
it.
With that red crayon you always keep in your pocket.
Right. I keep that sucker sharp.
Oh, big miss. Boot to the midsection from the Faroh. But Gio's got him, sends him to the outside.
Oh, right
Hard
across
kick to the back.
Another.
Gio up.
Oh, my.
Go buster right across the chest of the Faroh, sends him down and out.
Elevated leg drop of some kind. That was amazing.
Very nicely done from Gio Savage.
Some inventive work in the ring.
Gio feeling it, catching that wind, and unfortunately, Joey's got Ref Riley.
Faroh of Philth feeling it as well.
Well, and I'm sure Gio wishes he didn't have to feel it, but there is that low blow. The Renegades will do anything for the win. They lie, they cheat, they steal. Faroh bringing Gio back up. Sends him around. Sends him outside. Gio didn't go all the way, though.
Gio holds on.
Shoulder tackle to the midsection. Gio up and over. Off the ropes. Hard kick to the chin.
Runs into some fillet of soul from the Faroh of Philth.
Gio down on the mat. Faroh crawling over for the pin. 1, 2. No, sir.
Not quite.
Faroh taking his time. Rocks the dome of Gio Savage. Gio trying to fight back, though. Faroh sends him off. Ducks the clothesline. Ducks the back elbow. Comes over. Big DDT to the center of the ring.
Faroh had a little bit too much confidence that he was going to ultimately come out of that exchange with something.
Hubris is a hell of a thing, and there is a leg on the rope.
There's a little rake across the ice.
Yep. Gio trying to get something going there. Up on the second rope. Still having trouble with his eyes. Faroh's back up. Faroh trying to keep Gio on the ropes. Big fist. Sends him over. Rear shin lock. Just trying to drop the air out of Gio Savage. Brings him down to the mat.
With force.
Not as much force as the Faroh is known for.
He's a forceful guy.
Is he?
He has the force. He uses the force. Is he,
Okay, let's go with that.
is there midichlorians involved in this?
Faroh
Or is
back
that
up. Gio is saying, no, I'm not having any of it.
Just a big container of chlorine.
Catching
Is
that
what it is?
third wind. Gio battling back.
Rolling those elbows into the bread
Comes
basket
off the rope. High knee to the bread basket of Gio Savage. Sends him back down to the canvas. Joey Abel dusted off the Faroh's pants for some reason. Faroh sending Gio off. Again, ducks that hard clothesline. Comes through. Reversal. Ducks the clothesline. Ducks that back. Comes through again. Both men just swinging for the fences. And they both got a hold of that one.
I think Faroh got an uppercut and then just was winded and fell down.
I think Gio got a little bit of something
Oh, he
too.
got a little something
Yeah.
too? Okay.
Riley staying on to it with the 3 count. Joey trying to talk to his partner over there in the corner. Gio got the audience behind his back. All right, Gio's back up. Faroh's almost there too. All right, both men back standing. Hard
my.
clothesline to the Faroh.
Woo.
Gio off to the corner.
Another
Gives
one.
him another. Let's go for 3 here.
Measured him up.
Kick to the midsection. Sends Faroh all the way out. But Gio is still hurting. Ribs, back, groin, you name it. Faroh catches his breath out there. Gio doing the same inside the ring.
This is where it'll probably serve Gio to get back on to the Faroh.
Yep, absolutely
Giving
right.
Faroh a chance to catch his wind isn't a good idea.
Joey staying off. Listening to Ref Riley for the first time. Gio trying to bring Faroh back in. Oh, Faroh with that shoulder. Faroh thinks he's going to bring him outside, but I'm not sure that's the smartest
I don't
thing.
know if there's room for him.
There's a little bit of leverage in Gio's world. Oh,
Gio's got him
my,
up.
brings him in.
Oh, my.
Oh, but there's a cross there. 1, 2,
I think Abel's got his feet. Abel had his
Good
feet.
heavens. Joey Abel able to turn that around for a cross body and was able to get that pin. Joey was covering the legs of Gio Madden, allowing.
The #1 source for independent wrestling, King of Wrestling Podcast presents Around the Indies.
This is Battlezone Championship Wrestling. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Battlezone Championship Wrestling to find all of the info you need for upcoming events and BCW news and updates. Now back to the show.
Introducing first.
Is he trying to turn the lights out? Does he think they're on the clapper?
3-7.
Well, we are here at Lights Out 5, so there's anything possible.
For Black Rose, Braxton Hunter.
There he is.
In the corner to my right, from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, weighing in at 200 pounds, Frankie Thomas.
Braxton Hunter has a lot to fight for. Over the past few months, he feels like he's been cheated out of his junior championship.
He's been
belt.
squashed and manhandled, and yeah, it's tough to not have a bit of a chip on your shoulder. We'll see if Frankie Thomas is the guy to knock that chip off. Frankie offering his hand in solidarity. Quick handshake, and we're off to the races.
That's a beautiful thing.
Quick tie up. Frankie pushes Braxton into the corner. Clean break. Sportsmanlike.
It's good to see two great competitors willing to just, have a good challenge among mates.
Sure, it's fine, but the whole thing is there's got to be a winner, Joe. So you can only go so far with friendship before it's really going to have to get down to it.
It doesn't have to be hurt feelings, and it doesn't have to be insulting people. We're here for a good challenge, and this is a good matchup between these two.
Frankie's got a hurt arm because Braxton is putting some serious pressure onto that left arm of Frankie Thomas, dropping him right down to the mat. Braxton just tweaking it around. Now got that side headlock. Frankie twisting around, trying to get some leverage. Yep, tries. Switches over for a pin count. 2 count. Braxton's going to find out real quick that Frankie is not the guy to try. We'll test the strength. Frankie brings it in for that side headlock. Spins and takes him down. Braxton gets a little bit of leverage, gets that side headlock. Frankie trying to get out. There we go. Nice reversal by Frankie Thomas. Keeping the pressure on Braxton. Braxton trying to elevate, and he's out of the hold.
I think Braxton's going to find that his speed is his biggest advantage here.
Yeah, but Frankie's got it in spades as well. Both these guys have been around the circuit for quite a while.
But I think, a power for power, grinded out match is not something that's going to be an advantage for Braxton at this point. Even with Frankie, Frankie's got speed too, but.
Oh, Braxton begs off. Frankie, those educated feet.
Braxton keeping his wits about him and backing off appropriately, taking refuge in that corner.
We've seen what those kicks of Frankie Thomas can do. Braxton's smart for it. I don't know that he's always going to have that chance, though.
Braxton just splayed out in that corner, just trying to figure out what's next.
Well, Braxton does have a point there.
I don't think this crowd is not that interested in looking at somebody back off of a fight.
Got the lock up there again. Kid keeping a watchful eye. Braxton working on that left arm of Frankie Thomas.
Bringing it down over his shoulder, trying to work that elbow.
Trying to hyperextend everything that he can. Frankie comes around. Braxton again, just with a slight bit of cognizance about him, is able to get away from that knee.
I'm not sure that this is a fair accusation from this crowd. We're getting incited here a little bit. It's not chicken to back away when, instead of taking a boot to the chin.
Now, Braxton's able to take Frankie down, working on those legs, pretzeled it up. Braxton always quick. That got one leg now. Trying to tie up Frankie. Frankie switches it around for that arm bar.
That's
But Braxton's right out there in the ring. Yep. Smart.
You give somebody like Frankie Thomas enough time to think about how to get out of a hold like that, he's going to find a way.
Yep. Braxton's got some stuff going on in his mind. I'm not sure that he's necessarily all here. Frankie is picking up on that and is able to work that to his advantage. Braxton just got a real tough love affair with Frankie's left arm there, trying to just work it out. Frankie being the gentleman, but Braxton not having it. Sent into the corner. Frankie comes up, over, tries to reach around. Braxton sweeps out and brings Frankie down to the hard concrete.
That's a chicken right there.
Is it?
A chicken move. A little chicken dance. Chick.
Joe, I don't know what the hell you're saying most of these times.
What I was describing was a chicken dance.
Braxton double axe handles to the back of Frankie Thomas on the opposite end.
It's part of my job here to
Braxton
describe
comes
the
off.
things that I see.
And a hard hit to the corner. Frankie's face echoing off the pole there.
Braxton trying to make an appeal to the crowd. I don't think this is his crowd. I don't think he understands that they are not behind him against Frankie Thomas.
Well, any given Saturday, my friend.
And it has been him. This has been a crowd that's been for
Yep.
Braxton Hunter a number of
brings
times.
him back. Quick moves by Braxton Hunter. 2 count. Frankie getting the wind taken out of him. Frankie gasping for air. Braxton not letting off. Hard elbows to the side of Braxton's head. Frankie's off. Braxton just comes through. Rolls out the legs from under Frankie Thomas.
There's those quick moves, and I think if he stays focused on those quick moves that he can make, the ones that can take Frankie by surprise, he's going to keep himself in a good position in this match.
Yeah, hopefully so.
I just don't feel like these rest holds are doing him as much a favor as he thinks they are.
We'll have to wait and see. Kid keeping an eye, making sure that there is no tap outs, no gives. Frankie down onto the mat on the side. Braxton not letting up at all. Frankie coming back, though.
Braxton definitely just seems like he's in a different place than in previous weeks.
Yeah.
But trying to get the leverage on.
Frankie up to one knee, back up to both feet. Is able to work around. Gets a reversal onto Braxton Hunter. Braxton up, through, and back. Frankie coming around, wrapping it up. Sends Braxton
moving.
over. Oh, and the legs get knocked out again. Good Lord.
Keep those feet moving. Keep the surprises coming. He's got the ability to surprise Frankie Thomas here.
I don't think
usually a sure hand, but I think he's just feels like he's inside Braxton's head.
But I don't know that we've seen this type of ferocity from Braxton in a long, long time. Braxton is fed up. Braxton is looking for that win. Braxton is looking for a bit of redemption.
Really targeting that foot.
Well, I would too if that foot was constantly coming at my face.
Well,
Braxton to the outside, still got a hold of that leg. Wraps it around that ring post. Frankie on the outside now.
It can't kick you in the face if you wrap it around that post.
Very true.
That's a tattoo I have.
I know. Braxton firing off on Frankie Thomas, and Frankie just giving him a receipt right back. Oh, hard slap to the pole. No one there. Oh, big chop to the chest of Braxton Hunter.
Right over there in near Gary's chair.
Yep. Frankie coming back in, sending Braxton in. Braxton still nursing that hand. Sends him back into the corner. Hard right to the eyes of Frankie Thomas.
Desperation move.
Yep. But desperate times call for those desperate measures. Braxton again coming after those ribs of Frankie Thomas. Side clutch. Pulls it around. Just stretching those ribs
There you go.
out.
Here it is. Right in.
Yeah, right between the ribs. Frankie's able to get out, though, with some quick hits to the knees. Frankie off. Big bear hug from Braxton Hunter. Trying to get Frankie to give up. I don't see that happening. Frankie reaching for those ropes. Braxton not letting up. Hard elbows to the back.
And almost just as importantly,
Frankie coming
not
off
keeping
again.
those feet moving.
Oh my goodness. Modified
turnaround.
pop-up power bomb. Braxton circling around, trying to wrench that ankle right off of Frankie.
Frankie getting his other leg underneath him, already trying to get leverage to start breaking that hold.
Yep.
Braxton leaning back, trying to get everything he can on it.
Frankie trying to crawl to the ropes.
Ref
Braxton.
right in Frankie's face, trying to see if he's going to give up. But that's not Frankie's way.
Braxton's still working on that ankle, twisting it. No mercy in his eyes. Frankie slowly making his way over there. Is he going to get enough? There it is. Break it 3. Frankie looks spent, but trying to get back up.
Makes it to the corner, trying to get some air in those lungs.
Braxton coming in, grabbing hold of that leg, sending it out. High kick. That left leg just taking such punishment. Another kick from Braxton. Hard elbow to the side of Frankie Thomas's head.
Now he's just delivering those shots now that he has slowed Frankie Thomas down.
Frankie trying to rally back, gets Braxton into the corner, sends him off reversal. Frankie in, over. Braxton sends him down. Goodness. Now this is the time usually Braxton is high flying and coming outside, but I think Braxton may be thinking better of it and trying to get that wind. 3 count from the kid. Frankie stirring on the outside.
I think on a normal in a normal Braxton Hunter match, this is where he'd be flying over the top to the outside.
Yep.
He's trying to get the count out.
7 count on Frankie.
Realizing a win's a win.
9 count. Frankie has got to get his wits about him. Braxton meets him right there with a boot to the back.
Got that leg again, got that ankle lock going.
I hope that Frankie doesn't have any gigs coming up with him this week because he is going to be hurting in the morning. Braxton just staying on top of it. Boot to the face makes him break the lock, though. Frankie back up. Kick to the chest. Tries to come through with that clothesline. Oh, gets met with that back boot. Right to the chin of Frankie Thomas.
No, not quite.
Oh, close, close.
Braxton had another quick flurry of action again. It took Frankie off guard, but he took just a little bit too long to get down on that pinfall.
Braxton beside himself.
To get that cover.
Going up to the top. Tries to grab that leg. Had the wherewithal. Sends Frankie into the back there.
Here's him into the corner. Braxton looking confident. Feels like he knows what's coming.
Oh,
Did
there's
not
that
see
kick.
that.
Right under the chin of Braxton Hunter. Oh, hang on.
Whoa.
Lights have gone out. Something's going on. And usually when the lights
What's
go
that?
out, no good is
That over there in
coming.
the corner.
Yep. Well, we see the face over in the corner painted onto the walls. We hear the music. Retribution is in the house, but where are they?
Where's Reborn?
Well, not only where's Reborn, where is Braxton
Wait,
Hunter?
where's Braxton?
Braxton out of the ring. Frankie left by himself in the center.
We were awaiting the arrival of Reborn, what they told us was going to happen this week, and
The kid got no choice but to start counting if Braxton's nowhere to be seen.
where'd he go? Did Reborn take Braxton?
I mean, it would seem so if he's not out here anymore. We saw the mask up on the wall. 8 count.
That's
Frankie
it.
Thomas, your winner by DQ. Count out.
Frankie.